Ooh, it's drippy.
Men make moves.
Sucker stand still.
They just mad we tryna make it out. The hood is fast food cause all my homies taking out. All these people getting money, we just want that same amount. Everything digital, but we still on that paper route. Paper route, fuck alone, we want that paper now. Wallet is the checking and the shoebox is the save account. Paper route, fuck alone, we want that paper now. We making moves while you suckers still stand around. Yeah, I get it in just to make it out. I'm banking, ain't no one checking for me on my account. I'm the one everybody quietly speak about. They just open the gates of heaven and let the rebound. Yeah, making moves is what I've been in. And my people been doing this since they was sitting. They talking money at the table, we about to sit in and get a bid in. Yeah, you must have thought we was kidding. Eyes wide open, money never sleep. So I'm out here knowing it's a nightmare on Navy Street. Every beat I'm on is going down like when Nelly speak. I made it from nothing, I'm a magician out here to the weak. To the strong, ain't no Fred made the machine. And me and Geechi in the front just like a Marine. Money talks, I want the scoop like I'm Charlie Sheen. All about the Benjamins, I'ma book them in every scene. Every dream I have, the money rules everything. Homemade Alfredo, I'm talking heavy cream. Bet it seems like love and hate, Radio Raheem. But watching his death, it showed us that this is all a scheme. I'm trying to live better than a Huxtable, so I make moves, standing still is what a sucker do. You wanna hate, stand in line, we ain't ducking you. And if you got a problem, be like the brand and make a move. They just mad we tryna make it out. The hood is fast food cause all my homies taking out. All these people getting money, we just want that same amount. Everything digital, but we still on that paper route. Paper route, fuck it, we want that paper now. Wallet is the checking in the shoebox is the same account. Paper route, fuck alone, we want that paper now. We making moves while you suckers still stand around.
Crib, check, business, check. Please don't bring it to me if it ain't about a check. Got these diamonds on my neck, products when I step. If you ain't making moves this year, you getting left. Had a meeting on the jet, planning what we doing next. Salmon with the salad tossed in a vinaigrette. I used to carry text, now these bitches can't text. Phone on private, ain't accepting no request. Don't be beefing on the net, I'm really from the set. My role model made a couple M's from the checks. What did you expect? Make money like movies. M3, S3, match with the Louis. Washed up on the groupie, she can't pay her bills. If you ain't making moves, you a sucker standing still. I gotta keep it real, Gotti in the field. It's at least 30K around my neck before the deal. Niggas better chill, all my jewelry real. I can tell how much money in the stack by how I feel. Ain't no dollar bills, only got blue cheese. Way before Chanel, I was throwing up 2 C's. Compton, my city love me like Lucy. Big boss moves got me ballin' no hoop dreams. Yeah, we out here chasing bread. M3, S3, shout out my nigga Fred.
They just mad we tryna make it out. The hood is fast food cause all my homies taking out. All these people getting money, we just want that same amount. Everything digital, but we still
my name, I won't be slinging responses. It's obvious I inspire most of my haters' content. Living rent-free in your brain, like your conscience. There's no comparing me, this cocaine, to your nostrils. Believe me, all these faking trappers is fed by my own shit. Most of my favorite rappers is dead. Been paying dues and getting busy while you doubted, nigga. I came up from the broken city in my county, nigga. Where I'm stacking, no capping, it won't be safe soon. I'm about that action, made 20 racks off a safe move. In deep thought in that Benz, I don't play tunes. Ran a couple plays on the market just to make room. They hustling, chasing figures just to clout and boast. Mama said, how you get it, what really count the most. Let them niggas think you broke, what you gross, get reinvested. Soon as you ascend, that's when growth get really tested. That's on me, I'm about my business, stop playing with me. The track record told you that it ain't a game with me. I've been on this shit, ain't just came lately. And all these goofy niggas talking ain't the same as me. On me, about that business, stop playing with me. The track record told you that it ain't a game with me. I've been on this shit, ain't just came lately. And all these goofy niggas talking ain't the same as me. Took a couple years.
What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? You already know what it is, man. It's Wednesday. Welcome to No Studio and Network, where we don't do no studioing, homie. Ain't no faking. You feel me? We are here live and direct right here on the West. It is 7 o'clock p.m. on the East. It's 10 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? If you were somewhere in Central America, You feel me? I think it's like what 9 o'clock or some shit. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Today is just me by my lonesome. You know what I'm saying? There are no guests today. Because I kind of wanted to do a little summary. You know, I wanted to do a little summary with y'all. Because, as y'all know, I just did a whole series called The Dating Game where I interviewed 5 ladies. No, 4 ladies. Excuse me. 4 ladies. It was 5. No, 4 ladies. And I asked them a series of certain questions, right? Just kind of analyzing and trying to figure out what's going on out here in this dating world. Your homie K Doze is a married man. You know what I'm saying? But I got a lot of homies that's single. I got a lot of homies out here that's, you know what I'm saying, they living in a different types of lifestyle, open relationships. I got niggas that got side chicks. You know what I'm saying? Niggas that been there before. You know what I'm saying? However, I'm trying to really understand what seems to be the disconnect or the connect and what seems to be working. So, salute to everybody that's been peeping and been watching that series. We will be starting to interview the fellas coming up. But I wanted to do a quick little summary with y'all and kind of come to understand what I gathered from all this. Now, if the shoe fits, wear it, ladies. Remember, I'm just here to tell y'all the truth from my perspective. It's just my perspective. Don't get butt hurt and don't get your head too big either. Be humble. Salute to Kendrick Lamar. You feel me? So look, I titled this, What's Wrong with Average, right? I titled this video, What's Wrong with Average? And I titled it that for a reason. Because, matter of fact, real quick, today's show's not going to be super long. I'm not going to drag y'all to death because it's just me, and I understand I can only be so entertaining to you motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Because no Geechi, no Jayare. So until you niggas just really start to get used to your boy, you know what I'm saying, over here, you know, we going to probably make the shows even longer as I, you know, expand and get more guests on. But a couple things I gathered from speaking to the ladies, right? And this is me coming off the cuff because that's how I like to do it. That's how y'all get the real me. So it's a couple things that I gathered, right? A lot of ladies, you know, are the opposite. And what I mean by that is, you know, this title is called What's Wrong with Average, right? Now, when many people hear average, they get the stank look on their face. You feel me? They especially women. I'm going to say women for right now. When women hear average, you know, they're thinking, I think their mind goes below average. Because average makes it seem like somebody isn't trying hard. Average makes it seem like, oh, this person's lazy. That's why they're average. This person is this person is that. So they're average. I look down to the average when there's a lot of you out there that are average. And what's wrong with average? I want to understand that. What's wrong with average? What's wrong with somebody just being an average worker? What's wrong with someone making an average wage? If that person is happy in their life and they just make an average pay or they have a, you know, average bay, you feel me? What's wrong with that? And I've noticed too, and speaking to some of the ladies that I did speak to, a lot of y'all want it all, yo. And I've heard, salute to Mr. Kevin Samuels, I've heard him talk about this too. I've heard him speak on how, ladies, you can't have it all. And that's the one thing I noticed. I noticed that when I ask questions to women about relationships and what they're looking for in a relationship, you know what never really comes up is, number one, what they're going to provide and contribute to the relationship. You know what I'm saying? What's going to be the thing that's going to make you, you know what I'm saying? Because make you the prize for that man. Because I'm to the contrary, you know, to a lot of shit. I don't believe that the man is the prize, and I don't believe the woman is the prize. I honestly believe both are the prize. If you're able to find a mate that you cool with, that you can say that you really will die for, that you love, that you don't mind providing for, and as a lady, if you find a man that you're willing to support and be there for it, be patient with, you know what I'm saying? Then there's a certain, I think there's a certain gift in that when you see each other as the prize instead of one over the other. You understand me? So I think that's also where the disconnect is. Another thing that I'm noticing as well is a lot of women, they want guys to be already established at a certain age. I'm a little bit older. I'm going into my 40s. Don't let the gray hair fool you. I ain't even 40 yet, homie. I'm in my late 30s though. I'll be 40 in a couple years. Nigga just went gray super fast. But the ladies that I've spoken to, whether if it's privately and on this very show, have all stated they want their man to make a certain amount of money. They want him to be making 6 figures already. And I got news for y'all. When it comes to that alone, when it comes to the kind of money you want your man to make, how do you want him to be making that bread? How do you want that? Does it matter? Does it matter if it's street money? Does it matter, you know what I'm saying, if they're a janitor? Yes, I know janitors, nigga, that make 6 figures. Yes, I do, homie. Construction worker, does it matter? Because a lot of you women want it all. You want your man to make 6 figures, yet be able to spend 70% of his time with you, to be able to dick you down how you want to be digged down, and then you want him to be able to be the great father, to be a present father. You guys want it all. I'm going to keep it real. There is no way you can have it all. It just doesn't happen. That man is going to be lacking in some shit, just to keep it funky. Now, again, let me reiterate. This is what I'm gathering from all the women that I interviewed here on this very show and behind the scenes. A lot of you want people who are already, men, ladies, who are already established, making 6 figures, that have their life already figured out. And it's nothing wrong with that. However, the trouble that I think that some of you are starting to fall in is you're not really recognizing that, okay, you want these guys, but are you in the places where these guys are, where they congregate? You know what I'm saying? What type of dudes you want? Like, my thing is this. You want, ladies, if you want to date a street nigga, do you need to be where the street niggas be at? Listen, I don't judge. I don't judge anybody on what they want. But are you the correct candidate for that shit? And that's what people don't want to talk about. Are you willing to deal with that shit for 10 to 15 years? Let's go back to the money thing. Because when the first thing that people, when they think average, most people think money. Hey, average penis size. Let's keep it real. We adults here. It's relatively raw, man. Average whatever. What's wrong with average, bro? Fellas, because I ain't even interviewed the fellas yet. Let me put this up. I ain't gonna like this right now. A lot of y'all aiming high, but you niggas is average, bro. You looking for the chick that may look like the sweetie, or that may be a 8-piece, 9-piece, dime piece, but nigga, you not even in that stratosphere, homie. You need to be looking at a 5, a 6. But a lot of you niggas don't want to be realistic, because them chicks, even the 5s, the 4s, and the 6 are starting to say that they want dudes with this amount of money, with this amount of resources. And they don't even understand how from around their way swooping them up because they got a fat ass. And you know what I'm saying? But And that's part of the disconnect. It's a lot of, average people not willing to date other average people. You know what I'm saying? And then if someone will say, oh, yeah, I know I'm probably average looks wise. I may be a little bit above average financially. I may be here. And there's some people that'll look at that man or woman and say, well, damn, why are you down on yourself? No, I ain't down on myself. The more realistic you are with yourself, I believe the more sane you will be. Let's talk about averages real quick. First of all, man, if you just joining the show, I appreciate you. Welcome to the show. I appreciate you. I appreciate you very much. Once again, welcome to the show. I appreciate you. But let's talk about averages and let's really kind of get into that real quick, right? So I was looking online and I wanted to share this with y'all real quick because, I'm a black man, right? And I wanted y'all to really see this. So I looked up, what is the average income of a black man in America? Because that's what we're dealing with mostly is American, of course, black men. So I was looking at this, and this is from financialsamurai.com. And it says the average income for African Americans. Now, let's look at the latest income by race data provided by the Census Bureau. The average income for African Americans. So this is this is across the board. This is not just men, because it's not mentioning men here. So it says the average income for African Americans is about $45,000. The average income for Hispanics is at roughly $56,000, which correlates with the retirement savings by race chart and wealth charts above. Now let's go a little deeper real quick. Right here on yahoo.com. I'm not going to click on there because I don't want to dwell on this too long. But this says 9% of Americans earn six figures. So, let me ask you all a question. If 9% of Americans make six figures, how much of that do you think are black men? You feel me? So the reason why I wanted to harp on that is because when I spoke to the ladies, this is what came up a lot. You know what I'm saying? Salute to the homie Billy Allen, 3 King Vision, salute, thank you for watching. Make sure y'all subscribe to No Studio and Network, you feel me? So I'm noticing that a lot of women, you know what I'm saying, they're single out here. They're in their late 20s or early 30s, mid 30s, and they have not been, married yet. They haven't tied that knot, have a life partner, whatever it is you want to call it. And they're looking for that guy. Like, this is the unrealistic thing that I've noticed, right? I've spoken to women that says this is them describing their man. They want their man to be a little bit corporate, but somewhat gangster, thuggish, street, whatever you want to call him. He has to make six figures. He has to, have a mean sex game. He has to have time for you. He can't always have his time tied up. He has to be able to provide for you and the family and things like that. Okay. Is that a lot? Yes. It is. I believe that it's asking a lot for a guy, because if I'm out here working and I'm on the grind and I'm trying to get above six figures, I'm not going to have time for a lot of that shit. Even sex. I'm not going to have time for all that. Because when I get home, man, I just want to be able to eat and chill, have me a drink or something, a cigar or whatever it may be. Who has time? Because when you reach a certain age, sex is sex, great. It's always going to be great. You know what I'm saying? You got your wife with a fat ass, or you got chicks. It's always going to be good. Don't get me wrong. But sometimes niggas be tired too. Like, am I bugging? Am I bugging by saying this? I'm just keeping it a buck. You know what I'm saying? So we have to start thinking about ladies and gentlemen. You know what I'm saying? What's really wrong with average? Ladies, what's wrong with meeting a guy? He may be on his job. He making about 50,000 a year. He may be trending up though. So if you working and you making, because this saying that the average African American, person is making at least 45,000. The minimum is about 34, if I'm not mistaken. So if that's the case, you guys bring that income together. If I make 50, you make 50, together we make 100,000. But of course, if you lose your job, we're in deep shit. That's why you should try to live at least off of no more than 60% of your income. That's why they say wealth starts at 150,000 a year. If you can make 150,000 a year for about 3 to 5 years straight, and you can live off of at least half of that, you're going to be on your way to wealth, especially if you're investing. That's why I read books like this here. My brothers and sisters, especially my brothers, we should be reading shit like this. All right? Let the rich teach their kids about money that the poor and middle class do not. You know what I'm saying? I didn't learn shit about money until recent years. If I hadn't known certain things that this book has taught me in recent years, I will be a much more of a high earner. But that's okay. Sometimes, man, the Most High, God, whatever you believe in, the universe has certain seasons for you. Just make sure you make it count when that season starts for you. You feel me? But at the end of the day, y'all, me, myself, and I don't believe there's anything wrong with average, especially if you're happy. You know what? I had to keep it real with myself recently, right? Because I'm a person that's very driven. I'm a very driven individual. And when I see something, I want to go for it. You know what I'm saying? However, I had to understand and realize to myself is I understand what my family needs from me. I understand what my family needs financially and what they need from me just in my being, my presence. So I had to understand, you know what? I might have a cap financially. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm the type of husband and father where I like to be present. I don't like missing shit. Because I remember what it was like being that kid where I have a basketball game, a football game. I had a band competition, or I had a jazz band concert, or a fucking rap battle, a talent contest, talent show, and nobody from my family there because they're working. You see what I'm saying? So you can ask any boss I've ever worked for. When they hired me, my biggest demand was when my kids tell me they have something, I have to go. There is no me asking you, can I go? It's never going to be an ask. It's going to say, okay, so-and-so, on Tuesday, my son has a game. It's at this time. I need to be done with work by this time so I can be there. My daughter has an assembly. She's singing. I have to be there. She's getting an award. I need to be there. So I had to be realistic with myself and say, do I want to be average in certain aspects? No, I don't want to really be average financially, but I don't want to be an average husband or an average father. So I had to make a decision. However, don't get me wrong now, part of being a great father is not being average financially. So don't get it fucked up, what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is I'm willing to sacrifice some of that shit to be present, because those memories you don't get back. You don't get back. I can always go buy my daughter or my son something new. You know what I'm saying? I can always go do that. But those memories that they have, let me tell you something. To all my fellas out there who are fathers, who are fathers, present fathers, and that you can help it, and that you don't have like a baby mother that's trying to keep you from your kids, and you're able to see your kids whenever you want. No one can. Isn't it hard to go over that feeling that you get when you go to their school or to their assembly, and your kids are proud that you their dad, and you walk in and they say, "Oh, my dad's here," and they light up. That shit right there, let me tell you something. That shit is priceless. I can give a fuck about a check. Call me whatever you want to call me. Call me average. I don't give a damn. There's just certain shit I don't want to give up. There's just certain shit that I can't live without, bro. Now, of course, there are certain times where you do have to you have to be logical, okay? So if I have an opportunity to make, a couple, 2 digits or let's no, 5 digits or more, okay, then I might have to miss this assembly, yo. You know what I'm saying? Because I need that check, but if it's on a consistent basis, I just can't do that. Like, I don't even see how athletes do it. They just be gone for like, I couldn't do it, man. I wouldn't miss my kids too much. I'm going to keep it a buck with y'all. And there are some guys out there who cherish that a little bit more than always trying to make money. Because that's some new shit, to be real with you. That is. It's some new shit. Entrepreneurship. There's nothing wrong with being regular, bro. There's really nothing wrong with being regular. Don't let none of these niggas out here, none of these women tell you that you can't be regular, bro. That you just can't be a regular dude. However, you have to understand what comes along with that, though. So if you're going to be regular, then you have to expect regular shit in return. If you're going to be regular, expect regular pay. If you're going to be regular, expect a regular chick. You know what I'm saying? But here's the difference between us fellas and the ladies. A woman could be regular because men, for the most part, we date. Let me choose this next phrase because I don't want to use it like that. I'll just say this. Women tend to date up, right? Right? Women tend to date a guy who's going to be above average height-wise, above average financially, above average in certain aspects. This is how, the world seems to work. Us guys, we don't give a fuck. We don't care how much money you make. We don't care about none of that. Especially if you're a regular dude. There's dudes I know right now, man, they've been working the same 9-to-5 job for 10 years plus. And they are completely satisfied and happy. They have a family, they got kids, they happy. They're not really trying to gain more. And I don't look down on that man. I'm happy for him because he's happy. You know what I'm saying? And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with being regular. This whole American dream shit, look, if everybody was an entrepreneur, there will not be balance in the world. If there were no workers, you know what I'm saying, shit would be all out of whack. Now the world is changing, especially since, technology's become being pushed more in the forefront. So you have to learn how to do something that's in the technical world, so to speak, or at least work for a company that's very tech savvy, that's tech led. You know what I'm saying? Or have a business that you can do over the internet. You know what I'm saying? Online businesses. Also, that saves you money with overhead too. You know what I'm saying? Things like that. So it's nothing wrong with being average as long as you're happy in that. We all have social media. We're all looking at Instagram. We're all looking at what everybody else is fucking doing, what everybody else has. There's a lot of dudes out here that's fucking depressed because they seeing what the next man got, what kind of car they got, how much jewelry they wearing, not even understanding that the jewelry is fake. The niggas renting cars. You know what I'm saying? But then you got people who are really like that, and they really do make this kind of money, and they're living their life. And most of them people don't even really show their bread like that. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, but I'm gonna keep it 100. I am starting to see patterns with this shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm starting to see patterns with this shit, and this is just speaking to a lot of the black men out there. I think there is going to be a point where we're going to have to chill with that shit. And we're going to have to really start to understand the message that we're giving out. especially to our young ones. You know what I'm saying? Because the older I get, the more I start to see things. It's starting to like help me to understand, like, you know what? Some of this shit is
Stupid.
low key.
Stupid.
Low key. I'm just saying. Some of it. And I remember I heard Fat Joe say this one time. I heard Fat Joe say, you know, the reason why he goes back to the hood and he sports the jewelry and all that, it's for inspiration. I'm starting to call bullshit on that. And the reason why I say that is like, it's inspiration, motivation. Nah, my nigga. Like motivation and inspiration for me, bro, is okay. Tell me how I can obtain that legally. You know what I'm saying? Give me some pointers. Yeah, I see. Yeah, I can inspire and aspire to get that jewelry, to buy that new car. But I'm still fucked up, homie. I'm still in the hood, homie. I don't know how to get that. I can get it the fast way, the ski mask way, or the pack way. I understand that. But that doesn't give me many options, my nigga. Jail or death. I don't want that. How can I get this shit in a way that's not gonna jeopardize my well-being? Because all I see is if I don't make this much money, I can't get this type of girl that I want. But then that's when that same nigga, the same average dude, that same attitude with stuff has to say, well, shit, is that even me? And that's where this shit come full circle. Niggas gotta be happy with who they are and what they are and be cool with that. My bro, whoever you watching right now, you may not be that six-figure nigga ever. You may not. You may be a fucking forever 80,000 a year nigga, and there's nothing wrong with that. Because guess what? That means you're in a high percentage. You're a very low percentage of dudes out there. If you're making anything over 50,000 a year, you're in a great position. You are trending up. Don't feel bad about that. Now, do you want more? Figure out how to get more, of course, legally. Figure that out. But if you cool with that, that's okay. But it fucking depends on what you want, bro. It depends on what you want out of life. You know what I'm saying? No shortcuts in life. Absolutely. Everything, Dub. Absolutely. No, ain't no shortcuts in this shit, bro. None. Lee the Boss, what's happening? He said, the older you get, the wiser you're supposed to be. This is facts, bro. You're supposed to be. But also we got to understand, too, a lot of us haven't really lived life. We haven't made a lot of mistakes. Bro, I made so many mistakes. You looking at a nigga that's 3 years removed from being pretty much homeless, bro. Lost everything. We slowly rebuilding back. But see, that shit taught me something about me, bro. That shit taught me something about me. I'm resilient out here. That's what that taught me. It taught me I'm a dog. And I'll do what I gotta do for my family. I don't give a fuck what it is. I'll go work at McDonald's if I have to. I don't care. I have no shame. I don't give a fuck what nobody think. And that's us as black men. We got to get over that shit too. We got to get over that shit, bro. And nothing wrong with being average for a time, homie. A lot of you niggas out there aren't making no bread. See, now I'm about to talk. You're making no money, bro. And you have the fucking nerve to sit there and say you don't want to get a job at McDonald's when these niggas is paying damn near $25 an hour right now? The fuck is wrong with you? You better go get that, nigga. I know a dude who's been working at McDonald's for damn near 15 years. The nigga bought a fucking, he got 2 franchises right now, homie. 2. Niggas laughed at him. I was one of them. Laughed at him. This nigga's a millionaire now, nigga. Guess what I am? Guess what I am?
Stupid.
Yeah, very. Very. Niggas laughed at homie. He a millionaire now. He got 2 franchises. You got chicks out here because you work at McDonald's, you work at Home Depot, you work at Lowe's, they look down on you. Fuck them. You know why? Because them the main ones ain't gonna be there when shit hit the fan. So all my dudes out there who got a real one on their side, homie, I got a real one on my side. Lost everything. I was feeling crazy, looking crazy. A lady looked at me, bro, and told me, I believe in you, baby. This ain't shit. I know you got us. You know how that shit, bro? You know how that feel, bro? I can run through a wall now. What? Darian, I'm telling you, bro, McDonald's is paying damn near that much. I was at a McDonald's y'all haven't seen me around because I had COVID. This shit really fucked me up, by the way. I was out of commission. But I went to a McDonald's. I saw a sign. We are now hiring $20-something an hour. It wasn't 25. It was damn near. They pretty much like, look, come and apply for this shit. We giving away money. I was looking like, shit, I'll probably do that shit part-time. But see, I'm lucky, you know, so I'm self-employed, and I'm self-employed, so I don't have to report nowhere, you know what I'm saying? However, I was still in my mind like, yo, I'll fuck around and go get a job at McDonald's and do that shit part-time. I don't give a fuck what nobody think. Who cares? Are they CTC? Are they cutting the check? No. When it's Christmas time, or like my man Ply say, when Chroma come up, and your kids looking at you, who gonna take care of that? Not them. I don't give a fuck about none of these. Let me tell you something, bro. I don't care about. I love y'all who fuck with me on my channel. Matter of fact, go subscribe to my channel. This is Battle Rap with my co-host Seven Mitchell. We put out real original battle rap content over there. If you fuck with battle rap, go fuck with This is Battle Rap, homie. You trying to get that shit going over there because niggas is overlooking us and we ain't having that shit. So we finna keep on hitting niggas over the head. You feel me? Make sure y'all subscribe right here to No Studio one as well. Now, let me get back to my shit though. What I was saying about this McDonald's and all that shit. Fuck all that. Niggas can clown you, say whatever they want to say about you, bro. But you making bread and you providing for yourself and your family. Who gives a fuck? That's what we got to get out of. This social media got us all hypnotized, bro. Niggas is getting clowned for having jobs. What? What's wrong with just being the average everyday dude who go to work every day, who enjoy his job? Now it's different if you a nigga that's always complaining about your job, but you're not doing shit about it. You're not trying to elevate yourself. Okay, stop complaining. We're not having that. Nobody around me be complaining about their job or nothing, bro. I won't even have that shit, bro. Because why? There's other ways you can maneuver, make lateral movements. You can elevate, or sometimes, my nigga, you might have to downgrade a job. But your mental stability and your happiness is more important. Salute. A lot of y'all is doing shit because of what motherfuckers gonna think or what they saying. Don't get me wrong, I'm human. I still fall into that myself. But we gotta get over that, man, just as a people, bro. That's the shit that's holding us back. Man, I got a mentor. And I recommend everybody get a mentor. I don't give a fuck how old you are. If you're in your 40s, 50s, 30s, 20s. Find somebody who got more than you. Or somebody who's where you want to be. because you'll start realizing a lot of the subtle things that you see in them. You start realizing it's a common thing with people who are financially and resourcefully and career-wise successful. There's common things that you'll notice about them, right? So I got a guy named Danny, and he's kind of like a mentor to me. And I noticed, I didn't know he was a millionaire. I didn't know. I didn't see drastic things in his life. Regular house, like regular dude, regular cars, regular, just chill. You would have never known. But Danny is a Latino dude. So I asked him, right? Because I wanted to understand, because where I'm from LA, I'm from South Central, homie. We can't wait to floss on niggas, bro. If somebody gave me 50 grand, years ago, the first thing I'll be doing is probably looking for the freshest whip I can get. Let me stun on these niggas. What for? She ain't doing nothing for me. I understand that now, but years ago. And he told me he had got a check. He had got a check for $25,000 or something, just like regular. And he said when he was younger, he would have just spent it all on nonsense. He said, but now that he's older, he'll take that. He's looking. It's fun for him to look for ways to either give it away or ways that he can invest. What can I invest in so I can double this shit? What can I invest in? The dude started off, bro. He just had a carpet cleaning company. That's all he did, carpet cleaning. He wasn't spending money crazy. He was investing. Started another business. He saved and invested, Now he's a fucking millionaire. He don't give a shit about having a Mercedes Benz to show how much money he's bringing in. He don't care. It's not about that. He's comfortable in his own skin. I'm not saying because you wear jewelry you're not comfortable. Do what you want to do. If it makes you feel great, if your mindset is straight when you do it, do that shit. And love yourself while you do it. But I'll be damned if niggas out here trying to show everybody what they got because they want to show everybody what they got. That's where the envy and the hate develops within one another. Why he got it and I ain't got it. Humble, humility. There's nothing wrong once in a while. All right, let me step out real quick. Even my man Danny, right? He comes out once in a while. He'll have his little, was it Hermes or what? He'll step out once in a while. But it ain't super crazy, you know what I'm saying? But it's, like, I've gotten to the point, even when it comes to wardrobe, right, where I can care less, bro. And I need to stop that because, you know what I'm saying? I still got a wife I want to be attractive to. You know what I'm saying? Most of all, I'll be slobbing it out. Like I'm just hoodie, some sweats, and some shoes. A t-shirt, sweats, and some shoes. Sweatsuits. You know what I'm saying? But I need to get back on that time. But part of that is because the nigga done gained weight. I got a little fat. Got some quarantine fat in this shit. Let me see what y'all talking about real quick. McDonald's, no medical. That's the only thing if you got kids. No, I feel you on that. But bro, it depends on where you are, man. They still got things like IEHP. There's a lot of things you can really do, man. If you got kids, no medical, hey, you're gonna have to make some sacrifices. Hey man, every other month, me and wifey, we sit down, we look at our finances. What can we do without? What can we cut out? Or how much money do I need to make in order for us to be able to attain this or keep this going? Sometimes, bro, a lot of y'all got little subscriptions and shit that you don't even fucking need. You're paying $20 a month for this subscription every month. If we do the math, you know, you damn near could be spending $200 a year, $300, $500 on this subscription in a year. Where could that $500 have gone? You see what I'm saying? You could have put $20 a month into, I don't really like savings accounts, but into a savings account or into an emergency fund every month. Instead of paying for this subscription that you probably don't fucking need, you can be putting that in the emergency fund. Oh, guess what? If you have a Acorns account, $20 a month towards an investment that you have. Something. Getting in the mindset of, okay, invest. Because as you keep doing that, you're gonna start learning more about it, and you're gonna say, oh shit, next thing you know, you're gonna have a little an investment account worth over $10,000. You're gonna be like, oh shit. Now these are things that I'm just learning too, guys. I'm no guru. I'm just learning this shit myself, because once you change the different kinds of people that you talk to, you start to learn more of this shit. You know what I'm saying? But I wanted to do this show. This show was mainly to kind of summarize the dating game series that I did, where I interviewed the ladies. There's common things that I noticed that they said that they wanted, but I did not hear a lot of what women are saying that they're bringing to the table. Now, I know that a lot of women hate to hear that. Well, what are you bringing to the table? Well, it's a deal, isn't it? A marriage is a deal. That's a business decision. It's a business transaction. If I'm providing 80% of resources, income, home, protection, I'm providing all these things, what are you going to provide to me to make this easier on me? I know some guys don't like when women just say, oh, I'm here to be his piece. No, I love to hear that. Sorry, I got all these business cards all over the place. I like to hear that, but I want to know, how do you bring me peace? Like give me things that you're going to do. Now, see, this is shit I didn't think about before I got married, but you know, I'm thinking now maybe shit should have been in contracts. You know, but what are you gonna do to bring me peace? Are you gonna listen? Are you gonna be agreeable? You know what I'm saying? You're gonna listen when I speak for real. You know what I'm saying? Where are you going to contribute to anything that I'm doing? What kind of mother are you going to be? You know what I'm saying? It's these basic things, but they're not so basic. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, though, fellas, right? We have to, number one, know who we are, okay? If you know that, hey, you're not, and this sounds bad, but it's not, bro. If you are just an average guy, you got a regular job, and you enjoy your life the way it is, then you need to find you a woman that's also cool with that. But some of the issue is, fellas, I gotta be real. Some of you guys are average dudes, but you're looking for the above average chick. It's like, you know what this chick wants. You know this chick want to do make six figures. So why even set yourself up like that to get with a chick that wants this and wants that, and you know that's not you. But maybe she fuck with you because she think you cute, or she finds you attractive, or she might even smash you. She might even be with you for the time frame. But then the next best man come along who has those things that she finds more essential to her. The dude might not even be as attractive as you. He might not be as fun to be around as you, but shit, he checked these boxes that are very important to her. And the next thing you know, she easing her way away from your ass. Because homie got the resources, he got the bread. And yes, there are women out here who are willing to accept certain things because a man has the resources and the money and all those things to provide. You know what I'm saying? Like my man said, Lee the Boss says, women clown men for certain jobs. Yeah, they do. I know a guy who's a construction worker, makes 6 figures. He don't get no chicks though. Honestly, I think it's his whole swag and aura. You know what I mean? That's what I think it is. You know, and I told him, you know, I was like, bro, like I think you have women issues because you don't come across as confident as you should. You know what I'm saying? And I understand that, man. I never really had an issue with confidence, but I did have an issue with having a what's that called? Having a poverty mindset. I didn't have an abundance mindset. I had a poverty mindset, meaning the women that I would get, it was kind of at first far and few between because I was so used to being a relationship guy. But then when I realized what my superpower was when it came to women, when it came to working, when it came to just me as a person, once I realized who I was, it became very easy to me to get women, to talk to women, to understand what I wanted. It became very, very easy for me to be like, okay, yeah, I want to smash her, but I don't like her. Y'all ever had that, fellas? Y'all ever had someone that, you know, sex is amazing, she cool when it come to that, but then the in-between time, it was like, yo, I can't wait to be away from you now. Like I'm like, now that we've done this physical thing, I'm ready to like get on with my life. Because, you know, either you bore me, there's no substance to you, all you are is good looks. And fellas, there's some of us out here who are the same way. All we have is the good looks, we got the D, we got money, we got all this shit, but ain't no substance to you. It could be because you ain't never really been through shit. You never really, you don't understand what it's like to not have. You know, real quick, how many of y'all have watched this Bel Air shit? This new Bel Air shit, I like it, bro. I watched the whole season 1 already. I love it. I did not see it going this way, that Carlton was gonna be like the main villain. That this shit different. But you know what I mean? It's understandable. Like the more, like I'm thinking about even doing a series where I'm just breaking that whole series down. I'm thinking about doing it on another channel though. Thinking about starting a different platform where I'm breaking that down, because that shit is kind of, it's interesting. It's very interesting, that dynamic between Will, Carlton, and that whole family dynamic. But fellas and even ladies, there's nothing wrong with being average. Nothing wrong with being with an average person. There's nothing wrong with that. Now, if you strive to be above average, that's great. Whatever happened to building with one another? Whatever happened? What happened with building, man? Average dude with an average girl, and y'all can build something together to be above average. But even if y'all stay average, there's nothing wrong with that as long as y'all are happy together, man. And I think that's what we got to get back to. We got to get back to understanding who we are and understanding, hey, there's nothing wrong with where you are. But if you know you need more, then you got to strive for more. But do it with the mindset of not caring what everybody else talking about, what everybody else think. Because if that's what's driving you, then you will not be blessed. Well, that can't be the main source of your drive. Don't let all that be the gas because of what people say you can't do. Yeah, use that as a little bit of your fuel, but not all of it. Because then once you achieve it, then when you realize that these people really don't give a fuck about you anyway, it's gonna fuck you up. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't think this show was gonna be that long today, but of course I had a lot of shit to say. I kind of went all over the place, but I hope somebody out there caught the gems, caught some of the shit I was talking about. And more shows to come. I'm gonna start interviewing the fellas and seeing what the fellas think about the dating game and about being average, being above average. Also, I'm going to be talking about battle rap a little bit. We're going to add in some segments called the This is Battle Rap topic of the show. We're going to also start talking about more finance shit because I'm learning too. But why not y'all learn with me? I don't claim to be a guru of anything, but I am getting more and more involved in the financial world. So as I grow and increase my knowledge when it comes to that, I'll be bringing people on who's going to talk about things like credit, how to use credit to your advantage, crypto, investments, and all that. We're going to turn this shit to some real shit, y'all. This is relatively raw. Don't get it twisted, but I consider y'all my relatives, and if y'all going to sit here and watch, I'm going to try to gain some shit while y'all here, man. I appreciate everybody that is here, everybody that's joined. Make sure you share this video. Hit the like button as well. I don't really say that a lot during these shows because I be so into what I'm talking about. But hit the like button. I would really appreciate that because that boosts the algorithm so more people can get involved in these shows. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you subscribe down below. Also, go subscribe to This is Battle Rap. That is my battle rap channel. If you like battle rap, original battle rap content. You understand me? So, again, I'm your homie, your brother K-Doz. This was episode 16 of Relatively Raw. You know what I'm saying? Please comment down below, you know, any type of reactions or just, you know, your opinions based on what was spoke about today. I appreciate y'all. Salute to all my relatives out there. And ain't no studioing, man. Ain't no faking over here. We keeping it relatively raw. Peace out. I love y'all, man.
Ha. Holly got it, nigga. If you don't say my name, I won't be slinging responses. It's obvious I inspire most of my haters' content. Living rent free in your brain, like your conscience. There's no comparing me, this cocaine, to your nostrils. Believe me, only speaking trappers is fed by my own shit. Most of my favorite rappers is dead. Been paying dues and getting busy while you